Aquarius. All right, this is a challenging one. So you must become, let me just say this to Aquarius, and I mean this really, let's get close here. You must become ever-changing, okay? Aquas have been reluctant to change. I don't know why. You tell me. But you are not only need to change, you need to always change. You need to always be changing for the rest of your life. A healthy Aquarius is always changing for the rest of their life. If you're not changing, constantly changing, then you're not the dynamo of Aquarius. You're not the dynamo of frequency. If you can't turn an A note to a C note back to a B, you're not very flexible. You're not going to be very magical. So you must adopt never-ending and constant change. Never-ending and constant change. Which I think is a Tony Robbins saying, which I'll give credit to, of course. And this never-ending and constant change is necessary for you to have faith. The reason why you don't have faith is you keep expecting God to have a constant. The only thing God has as a constant is creation. Constant as a creation means you're constantly changing. So Aquarius have wanted a constant, like this is how it is, Capricorn the 12th. It's these rules. No, it's these rules in your incarnation. And the other people's incarnation is those rules. So you will become much more faithful when you realize God actually supports change more than constant. In fact, nothing's to remain constant. Something lying still is going to die. Something lying still is going to get sick. Still water breeds bacteria. I can go on and on and on. How stillness has nothing to do with life. The universe is expanding at an ever-increasing rate. So if you are expanding at an ever-increasing rate, you are in your power, friend, and you're going to do really well in the new era. Now, that said, as the sun goes into Libra, this is very important. And I don't see this at all. I have to say, I give Aquarius a D- on this one. D-, honestly. I'll give you a D. I'll be fair. But the point is that you do not include something when it comes to believing in yourself. A lot of times, I see Aquariuses believe in themselves because it's different than society, not inclusive. So they say, I believe in myself because I'm different. Well, you remove yourself from society, you're not going to have any effect in society or your world because you're immediately saying you're not them. And then you're asking us to believe in you when you say you're not them. I'm not buying that. Sorry. If your belief about you doesn't include me, then you're in your own world as far as I'm concerned. You're not part of mine. You haven't included me in that equation. You haven't included the fact that I have a different opinion and that the universe is designed to allow all of us to express all of our varieties of colors. Ironically, you're the one proponent for individual. Ironically, you are the agent of the sovereign revolution. You are the hero of the sovereign revolution, but you yourself have been operating actually sovereign and not including the other belief structures all this time, in most cases. I see some Aquariuses who, do include, but then exclude their belief. So let's have a balance between what you believe and what they believe. So your balance is what they and you believe. There must be a harmony. There must be an understanding of how you believe everything perfectly, and that doesn't mean I'm wrong. Okay, a lot of Aquariuses say, you're wrong, I'm right. That's divisive. We're both right. Until you find a context where we're both right and we're both wrong, you're not an age of Aquarius. You're an age of Pisces Aquarius. Now, having that universal fair view of both you and the belief structure then allows you to find the right voice with yourself, Aries, and to identify the right voice in your communication. I find that a lot of Aquarius communication is disruptive. It is, I'm right, you're wrong. And there's no discussion about it. And it's just like, how can someone be wrong in the world of creation? How can someone be wrong? And why are you necessarily wrong because I disagree with you? Why would you call yourself wrong if I don't disagree with you? So Aquariuses are still hung up in their ego around attitude and opinion and ideas, still thinking it's right or wrong. They're both right. If we're in a creation and I paint a picture of a dog and you paint a picture of a cat, why is my picture that I paint in a creation better or not as good as your picture? That us-them mentality of I have the better idea is not correct. It's not the new era. So I think what's going to happen with Aquarius is you have to come from this place where, yes, everything I believe is true and everything you believe is true in your concept, in your world. And that's okay. I'll live in my world, you live in yours. And I think that's where the healthy boundary is. The other aspect is no one's going to listen to you in the age of Aquarius and all your views if you come from the perspective that you know everything. That's just, I'm not listening to you. Right off the bat, I'm like, I don't believe in that premise. Okay. So I think that there's a basic fundamental belief structure premise with Aquariuses that needs to change if you want to really make change in the world. I'll tell you, most of the time I hear ideas from Aquarius and it's like, I love them. They're brilliant. They're genius. They're crazy. But you're coming at it from the perspective of you know and I don't. So right away I shut down like, oh, if you know everything and I'm not including the conversation, then why am I even here? Right? Like, why am I creating with you, painting my dog picture while you're painting your cat? So I think that they need to remove the ego from their communication, Aquarius and Aquarius risings too, because it's because you actually have insecurity about what you believe in yourself about. You have insecurity that you believe something the world doesn't agree with, and you see that as a defensive posture, and you don't realize that as a benefit, that you actually have the ability to think outside society, which makes you more qualified for anyone to become sovereign because you have the power to think outside society. That's awesome. Unfortunately, you keep putting it on me as me being the dumb one.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.